Can you see me? Can you hear me? Not video.
We can all hear you.
Ah,
Can
David,
you see?
you come up as Annie.
Well, you see, I do that just to confuse people,
Yeah. Hang on.
basically.
I'll just move
That's
you.
good.
I'll just move
Oh,
you.
really?
I'll just move you to the top of the screen. That's better. Right. Okay. I'm just sorting out the. Yeah, it looks like the views come up right now. 1, 2, 3. How many people we got? We can view 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Lovely.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll start the. Well, if everybody wants to say hello first, we start from Bernie at the top. We'll work from left to right.
Good afternoon, David. Good afternoon, all. Nice to see you all.
Afternoon, Bernie. Where are you, mate?
Wrexham, North Wales.
Wrexham. Okay, very good. So you've had a wet day like me.
Oh, it has, wet and windy.
Yeah, that's the one. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
I'm about to, mother.
I'm about to, mother. Is that your mother telling you what to do?
Yes.
It is.
I mean, listen, mate. Mothers just generally are a pain. That's their role.
They are a real pain, literally.
Aren't they? Aren't they just? I should know I am one.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not one. I'm a dad. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just the way they are. It's their role in life.
Yes, it is.
What's your name?
I'm Hugh. I'm from Harrogate, North Yorkshire.
Oh, I love Harrogate's. Been there many times.
Not originally. I'm from Edinburgh originally, but
Okay.
but yes.
Yeah, very good. Well, you moved to God's own county, having got fed up of Edinburgh. Well done. Good move. Nice to meet you. Who else is here?
We've got two.
Hi, David. How are you?
Who's this?
It's Bart from Ireland.
Hi, Bart. How you doing?
How are you keeping?
Where are you? There you are. You're
I'm here.
there you go, buddy. Nice to
How
meet
are things?
you.
How are you keeping? You keeping well? You keeping good?
Yeah, I am generally really well at the moment, which is nice. I always get a bit fed up when the nights draw in and stuff like that. But to be perfectly honest, at the moment it's been piddling down for a week, and I'm still quite buoyant, which is really nice.
Oh, that's good. It's the
Whereabouts
same
are
here.
you?
I'm in Galway, the west of Ireland, Galway.
Oh, lovely.
Were you ever in Galway?
Never been to Galway. I've been to Dublin 2 or 3 times. And that's the old story, isn't it? Everybody says, "Oh, I've been to Dublin," and they never manage to escape the city. It's absolutely crazy. But yeah. Nice to meet you, Bart. Anyway.
No, lovely meeting you. Yeah.
I'm sure we'll chat in a minute. Who's that? Who are you with the glasses on?
That's me.
I'm not you.
Well, I'm on here somewhere.
Dak. Are you there, Dak?
I am, yeah.
Hello, matey. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you. Are you?
I'm very well, thank you very much. And where are you?
Whitby.
Whitby? Never heard of it.
Yeah.
So what's it like in Whitby? I imagine the sun is shining and you're all in your swimsuits on the beach, I imagine, are you?
Yeah. Raining.
What a surprise.
I think the whole of North Yorkshire's raining. Literally.
Yeah. Well, it's just Yorkshire. We'll fill in the gaps. We know what the weather's like there. I'll tell you what, if you think it's wet in Yorkshire, you should try Galway.
Huh?
Yeah, it's very bad.
They get a bit of rain there as well, I've heard. But
Loads of it.
Galway, they get all the wind and the rain before we do. They use up most of the wind, and then they give us what's left. So
that's it. Yeah, it goes west and then it goes over. Yeah,
always. Anybody else, Alan?
I think we've only got the ones. Have we got 1, 2, 3, 4? Got about 9 in them in all.
Yeah, there's a few more. There's one more, I think.
Is there?
2 more, 3 more. No, 1 more.
We've got 3 along, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 along the bottom row and 4 along the top, including David.
We can't see you. We can't see him.
You can't see me?
Yeah.
You can't see.
You'll see me. You'll see me when I start talking, mate, because that's the way.
Yeah, I can see. What I'm doing is I'm going because I'm obviously on the phone, so I'm going. Yeah, I've got 2 little bits.
You have to scroll.
So I can go to Alan or I can go to David.
All right, yeah. There you go.
You got it?
Yeah, I've got you.
Right. Are they all attached to the Heartbeat vehicle group? Is this classic car people? Because if anybody asks me, I'll warn you now, if you ask me any questions about classic cars, you're going to get a very short answer, because I know lots about something and nothing about classic cars. There we go. Well, so long as that's clear, then we can carry on. And I'm very happy to take some questions until the dog comes through and attacks me. All right.
Right, I'm just.
So are you gonna take charge, Alan?
Yeah, I'm just putting everything on live now. We're live on Facebook. We should be live on YouTube.
Is this your first Zoom call, David?
No, you're joking. No, that's the only way I kept in touch with everybody over. Earlier in the year when we were all doing lockdown and stuff. We had quite a few of them with family members. So I've got 4 brothers and sisters, and they live all over the country. I've got a sister in Los Angeles and a sister in Berlin. So we haven't seen each other all year. So we've done quite a lot of this stuff. I'm rubbish at it. I always talk when everybody else is talking. I always talk, but we'll manage.
Okay, we've got. I'll just have a look at. I don't think there's anybody in the waiting area. I'll have a look.
Okay.
You hear that? You can hear pinging. It's just why I'm changing from one computer to another.
Yeah, no worries.
Alan, there is another chap called Darren waiting there.
Darren's here in the middle. Have you not spoken yet, Darren?
He hasn't yet, no.
Alan, you're right. How are you, Alan? All right.
I'm all right. What about,
all right, Darren. My God, Darren, you're a good-looking bloke.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Yeah, mate.
Ah, there we go.
No, that's not Darren.
This is all new. This is all new to me.
What, this technology stuff?
Well, the Zoom business, yeah.
Yeah. Well, basically, it's just really confusing. So you're in good company here. But when you talk, your face pops up and everybody can see you. And when I'm talking, my face pops up, and it works most of the time.
Right.
But not always. But you don't. If it's your first one, you've done really well, because we can both see you and hear you. So that's 10 out of 10, mate.
Yeah, that's good then. How do I speak to David then, or how does it work?
You're speaking to David.
That's me.
All right. Now then, how are we doing, David?
I'm doing extraordinary. Shall we kick off, Alan? Shall I take some questions?
Yeah.
Yeah. So shall I start off with it? Do you want to choose somebody to start off with?
Again, we go from left to right. So we start off with Bernie on the left.
Right, David. A quick question. It is about cars, but going back to your childhood, okay?
Yeah.
What cars do you remember, and have you got a particular favourite car?
Yes. Right. So going back to my childhood, the first car we had, as I remember, there was one before, but I can't remember what it was. But we had a Vauxhall Viva.
Right.
Which I think was probably early 70s, would that be?
Yeah.
We had one of the old heavy Rovers, which I think they used to use in the police.
Right, yeah.
Well, I'm not sure what's happened there.
Something's
happened.
Can you come in and unlock your phone, please?
Don't know what's happened there.
No, I don't know.
Right. Sorry, my phone. The phone's just locked.
Oh, that's all right.
That's okay. Yeah, there we are. You're back. So we had a really heavy old Rover, white one, which I always used to associate with the Sweeney and things like that.
Yeah.
That really old chunky Rover. Vauxhall Viva, another Vauxhall, a big estate, which I remember very well. But my first car that I learned to drive in the mid-70s was a Riley Elf, which I adored.
So you can relate to some of the cars that were in Heartbeat.
I'm not eating in a minute.
Yeah, the car that was in Heartbeat was the one that I didn't get on with. Was it a Wyvern?
Yeah.
Is that right, Alan?
Oh, right, yeah.
The taxi. Now, I think they were built for small people, but the actual width of the seats, if you put me and Jeff Hughes in one of those, then there wasn't much room for sort of like moving your arms around. To be
I bet there wasn't.
Yeah, and so me and Jeff Hughes, or indeed me and anybody, trying to get in those cars, they're quite diddy, and so it wasn't an ideal choice for a taxi, shall we say? And the other thing which I associate with was obviously lack of power steering, and so having a Riley Elf which had a huge steering wheel for some reason. The steering wheel was about the same size as it was on the Mandy Morris truck, and so I was quite used to driving something which was a bit like a bus, because they had them. Yeah, but I survived. I can fill in one piece of information. Arthur, who had the truck, Greengrass's truck, he told me that in all the time that truck had been on Heartbeat, Bill Maynard got through about 5 clutches, and I only got through 1. So I think he pointed this out as basically that I was a far superior driver to the late great Mr. Maynard, who used to constantly have his size 14 resting on the clutch.
Brilliant character.
As you can imagine.
What was it? Yeah. What was it like working with Bill?
Working with Bill, it was an extraordinary experience in many ways. I probably got the job because I was one of the few actors in the country who could work with Bill Maynard without wanting to kill him, because he was very much like his character. Let's put it down that way.
Was he difficult?
Yeah. Some people would call him difficult, but I'm far too diplomatic to do that. Yeah. But he was a fun. I miss him terribly, and as soon as he left, I missed him terribly. He was the definition of a character in lots of sorts of ways, but you did want to kill him because we very rarely did the script. We'd all get the script 2 weeks before, and we'd turn up on the day of the filming, and over breakfast, he'd go, right, well, we're not doing that shit. Right, you say this, I'll say that. You say this, I say that. And so we very rarely actually did the script. And so yeah, he kept you on your toes. So, but yeah, no, great character. I miss him entirely. An extraordinary experience working with him.
What's the best scene you've ever done in Heartbeat, David?
You know what? I've been asked this question a few times over the years, and I really should have come up with a good answer. And I always flounder with this one because there are so many.
Yeah.
One of the ones with Bill, which I remember, in my first episode, David was incredibly shy and antisocial. He couldn't, which is the one with the badgers. Back when I was young and good looking, I think I was about 31 or something. Yeah. And there was a scene when I had to go in the pub, and I had to go in and make out with Kate Rowan because my mum had been knocked down. And that one remains in my mind most as being one of the most extraordinary experiences. One of the most fun episodes I did was one called Prawn Circuses, which had a load of zoo animals in.
I remember. Yeah.
I think a circus. There was a circus came to town or something.
Yeah,
I think that's probably the most fun episode I did, because basically I just spent 2 weeks chasing zebras around Goatland, and that was an extraordinary experience. But there are so many. I did 320 or something. I did way too many episodes. But it's really hard to pick them out. But occasionally I watch on catch up. I watch on ITV, whatever it is, and I say, I've literally forgotten the stories, and I have no idea what's going to happen, which is great fun because it means you can watch them again. But
and David,
go.
What I was going to say to you, do you think the humour? Do you think Heartbeat lost its appeal after, say, Greengrass left? You know, the comedy kind of element left. You know, and there was so many changeover in the characters. You know, and some, I suppose, you know, when Nick left and Jason left. Yeah. You know, I think. Like, I've watched them all from 1 to 18, sorry, but yeah, I just thought myself from, I suppose, when Jason Durr left, I think just the humour went downhill a small bit.
I absolutely understand. There were a few. I've got a couple of comments about this one. Jason was brilliant. He was very, very important. But everybody thought the show was going to die when Nick Berry left.
Yeah.
And everybody said, "Oh my God, Nick's gone. We'll have to throw lots of money at keeping Nick," because they felt the show was going to go. And when Nick left, and then Jason turned up, and he sort of like obviously resonated with you, and was a brilliant lead guy. And then he left, and then at this stage, people thought the show is not going to continue, especially when Bill left about the end of 1999, and then the Royal kicked off. And a lot of people said, at that stage, the people who had watched it for many, many years said it wasn't the same. And that's because it wasn't the same. I mean, it really wasn't. I absolutely understand. And things do change. The humour changed. Obviously, Jeff had a different style. Yeah. I don't think anybody, I'll be honest with you, I don't think anybody could quite match Bill's charisma on Bill Maynard's Greengrass's charisma on the screen. So I'm with you on that. He was a very, very good comic actor. However, new generations of people came along and loved the show for different reasons. And,
I thought it was very well produced. It was very well produced, but I just thought that the humour element just kind of died a small bit. But again, as you said, the different types of characters, they all brought different appeal. And there was just one more question. The character, yeah. I thought the character, I thought he only had a short-lived, what was his name, Ryan Early. I thought he brought a good bit of humour to the show when he was in it for 5 or 6 episodes. You know, he played it well.
I think he did a few more than that. But yes, I absolutely agree with you. It was, I do, Ryan left way too early, which was a big shame, and I can't be sure why he went. I think he went before his time. That's all I can say. And I wish he'd stayed for much longer. He was a very clever young man. He still is very. He's working on the Archers now.
Oh, is he? Oh, very good.
Yeah. Yeah, very strange, isn't it? I mean, it's like, I don't know if you ever listened to the Archers. Why would you? You're an intelligent. You do. Oh, you're not as intelligent as you look, then. No, Ryan's lovely. He's absolutely lovely, and he was a very, very talented young actor. And obviously, PC Younger later on, he sort of like he moved in and he filled that role. But all actors are different. They all add different things, and Jeff Younger was an incredibly popular character as well.
I found him hilarious.
Yeah, but first of all, Bart, I do agree with you. But things evolve, and they can't stay so. And I think that if Bill Maynard had remained for another 4 or 5 years, then I think that people may have said he stayed too long. He was getting older, and he came back to do the Royal and a couple more Heartbeat episodes, and it wasn't quite the same man that had been in the late 90s. So I think probably let's look back on those days with affection.
I think lovely.
They probably finished went at the right time for that particular.
Well, I suppose the last thing I'd say about that is himself and Derek Foles, the R.I.P. the Lord of Mercy's mum. The two of them in the last episode of The Royal, the episode they had together was very poignant. The two they had when Greengrass left The Royal after his few episodes in it, and Blaketon came in and they had their chat at the end. I thought that was very well done.
And that I agree with you again, and that would be for no less reason than the relationship that the two actors had was very much a love-hate relationship, that they drove each other. Well, Bill drove Derek absolutely crazy, but they had enormous respect and affection for each other. Derek was an old school actor. He'd done West End, he'd done all sorts of stuff, and he actually liked people to do the script that was handed out, which of course Bill never did. And so there were plenty of rooks over that, but they had great respect for each other, and there was a great deal of affection. Well, very observant of you. Who's next?
Do you know why they only show from series 11 rather than series 1 to 11
on ITV?
I could guess, but that's all it would be. I don't know. I guess that there is something contractual with some of the actors who were in the early series.
Right.
That they'd have to pay them. It's something to do with money. Everybody's frozen. You there? Oh yeah. It'll be something to do with contracts and money, but I am just guessing. I don't really know. But it's some of those episodes that went out. They're coming up for 20 years ago. Is it more than that? Oh, 30. Coming up for 30 years ago. Some of those early episodes. So I'm guessing 92 they started coming out. So I'm guessing that maybe they've had to sign some new contracts, and who knows? Who knows? I would be guessing, and that would be wrong of me.
David,
I know we have Series 6 and Series 7 on at the moment here. David, it's I don't know, can they get the Irish channels, but it's on. We have a station called Virgin Media.
We've got Virgin Media as well here.
Yeah, so Series 6 and Series 7. Series 7 is on at the moment, so we can see.
Is Nick Berry in those? Is Nick Berry
he's still in that? He's still in that. I think he's 2 more episodes left, and then the switch over to Jason. Then
I don't think I've seen an episode in this. Has anybody seen Nick in an episode in the UK?
No.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Recently?
No.
I think it was last week I saw one.
Oh, was there? Okay, well maybe it's changed.
On ITV? ITV3?
I was on ITV3, I think, +1, I think.
Yeah.
ITV3.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any on ITV3.
Yeah.
I only watch it on ITV on the App Store.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it sounds like there are some earlier ones then. Who was that? Hugh? I can't remember. Hugh, was it?
Me. Yeah, it was me.
Right, Hugh. So it sounds like there are some earlier ones, mate. But I know that I have seen a lot of people say, why don't we see Series 1 and 2 again? But maybe they're watching something different. Alan, do you want to choose somebody?
Yeah, just a minute. I think Trisha's back. So I'll have to send her a link. But you carry on chatting, and I'll send her a link. And also, if you could say hello, because there's a few messages come out on Facebook, just say hello to Sharon Bruton.
Sharon? Is she going to say hello back?
No, because she's
not. She's on Facebook.
On Facebook, yeah. Then you've got
Hello, Sharon. My apologies. Obviously, I don't know how to work Facebook. So, but hello.
Then we got
maybe if you save up and do a course, you might be able to figure out how to work Zoom as well as me. So that's good.
Yeah. And there's also
Sharon. Do you want to say? Oh, sorry.
Dean Clark.
Dean
Clark. Just say hello to Dean Clark.
Hello, Dean Clark.
Robin Bazzer. Oh, Robin Bazzer asked him the question: would you consider doing an audio version of Heartbeat?
Would I consider doing an audio version of Heartbeat?
Yeah.
Well, yes, of course, obviously, because I wouldn't have to, shave and do makeup and try and look. I wouldn't have to try and look like I'm, a young thrusting actor again if I could do an audio version, of course.
Right, that's.
Who's at the?
I'll leave you the chat, and I'll get Trisha joined in.
How did you find the news out about poor old Bobby Ball, who passed away yesterday? He did a scene with it.
Right. First of all, I didn't know that. Did he pass away yesterday?
Yesterday,
last night.
Yeah, last night he did.
I've just seen it on Facebook today.
Yeah, I see it on
I've been working today, so I haven't been. I haven't been on social media at all. That is very sad. I met Bobby a number of times.
Yeah.
I used to I saw him in Panto. I think probably if Trish gets on, she'll be able to talk to you more about this.
Yeah.
And I believe that she worked with Cannon and Ball.
Yeah.
A while back. He was brilliant. Of course, you could imagine, because we were trying to do a comedy scene.
Yeah.
And I get dumped in a comedy subplot, and they give me Bobby Ball to work with. I thought, well, I may as well go home, because he's this is what he does for a living. This is his full work, his full thing. He was amazing. He was an amazing man. But I met him several times. That's very sad.
Yeah.
We seem to be losing quite a number of. We seem to be losing quite a lot of those old comedy acts. over the last couple of years.
I've seen on the media where people say, "Why do you bring the heartbeat back?" But I can't see why. I don't think there will be ever bring the heartbeat because most of the characters have awfully sadly passed away and that sort of thing.
Well, they have. It's what Bart was saying earlier on about how things were never the same since Greengrass left. And,
yeah, that's right.
And anybody would be foolish to try and recreate that. And in a way, you'd be foolish now to try and carry on without Bill Simons and Derek Folds and Pete Benson, and that would just be ridiculous. The actual concept of the program seemed to have survived all those people in one way or another, but it did change. I mean, it's like saying my first episode, I couldn't even speak to the public. I couldn't speak in public.
No.
And they thought, well, that's useless. So he's going to have to change. And so the writers, they change things. And as long as people keep watching and they keep enjoying it, then, they kept going. But you're right. It'd be daft to bring it back in anything like the original film.
Yeah. Were you like a family, were you, on RPG? You sounded like you were like a lovable family.
Were we like a family? Absolutely. I couldn't stand any of them. You're absolutely right. It was like the family from hell. No. The reason I believe that we got closer on Heartbeat than a lot of other TV jobs I've done is because we were fairly remote. The village, like Gothland, is fairly remote, and people couldn't really go home at night. It was too far away from Leeds. Most of us had places to live in Leeds, and so when we were in Gothland, we had to stay in the local hotels and guest houses and all that sort of stuff. And so we were actually forced to stay together for probably 5 or 6 days every fortnight, all year round. And so we had to stay together, which meant we had to socialise together, which means that you talk to each other outside work, and that was the difference. People didn't go home at the end of the day. And I think anybody who knows, you have certain relationships with people at work. But your relationships get stronger with people when you're forced to be with each other, and that is the truth. And it was very simple. Plus the fact the hours were so long. It's almost like being at school. When you're at school and you kind of like hate it when you were there, and then when you leave, you go, "Oh my God, that was great," because we saw each other every day, and whether we wanted to see each other every day, we saw each other every day. And that's
what I see every year. I'm in school every day, so I see the same people every day.
Are you a teacher?
I am, yeah.
What year group are you?
I teach all years from 13 to 18.
Of course, you're secondary, of course. My wife's a primary teacher, so all right. What's your subject?
Irish.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Irish and business, so it's not
Irish and business. Is Irish a hard subject to sell, or is everybody really happy?
It is. It's kind of just it's like, I suppose it's a bit like Scottish Gaelic. It's just in a few catchment areas where it's spoken.
Yeah. What, Scottish Gaelic like this? Hey, you know one from Scotland? No, that's Liverpool. I can't weirdly sometimes. No. When I've got things in my head.
Q.
Yeah,
this is a proper. The Irish is a proper. It's a language. It's not just an accent. Yeah, it's a language all of its own. No, it's I live in quite near North Wales. I live on Merseyside. Just a minute. Give me a minute, Hugh. You take the next question. I'll come back to you in a minute, mate.
Okay.
I live quite near North Wales, and when we go into North Wales, you hear Welsh spoken all the time. And a lot of people are bilingual, so it's interesting.
Oh, that's good. It's nice to hear different languages. It's nice to hear it.
Who's this?
One question, David.
Yeah.
What you touched on before about Gotham being remote. Obviously, when you filmed in remote places, the scenes, what was the weather like? Was it quite bleak in places?
Have you ever watched the programme?
Well, yeah, I have. Yeah, I have.
What was the weather like? Right. Okay. I'm not going to use any bad language. It was pigging awful a lot of the time. It was absolutely shocking. This is not going to surprise Bart in any way.
No.
But if you're high, admit it, we're on the east coast. The weather comes from the west. We should have been fine. But once you get up as high as the Yorkshire moors, it's just shocking. The summers seemed to last about 3 weeks. And then the rest of the time, it just was midwinter. An extraordinary place, incredibly beautiful. But mist, rain, everything. It was just. There's a couple of scenes which I
knew we're here.
Who's talking?
Someone's talking.
Who's that talking?
Yeah, there's a weird. There's a weird number at the end.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm looking now. There's 815522788150.
Yeah,
that's my bank account number. If anyone would like to dump some money in it,
how come that's
feel
at
free.
the end?
But they haven't changed the name. They can change to a name. If they don't change it, I'll have to remove them because I don't know who they are.
Darren, can I ask Darren a question? On your photograph, you've moved now.
Oh, what's that?
Where you were sitting before, it looked like you had a Mohican. There it is.
Oh,
it's quite extraordinary. I think it's a picture, but it looks like you've got a Mohican there.
I'm going to give up.
No, I lost
Probably me.
Whoever's talking, join with video. I can hear you. Whoever's lady who's talking, press join with video.
The picture on the wall. The picture on the wall, David, is I lost a son 9 years ago. He passed away.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, and obviously when this scene came up on Heartbeat, when Phil and Gina lost the baby, it sort of brought back memories when my son passed away. I couldn't watch that. Well, I did, but it upset me, sort of thing. It must have been hard for them filming something like that.
You know what, mate? It's first of all, I'm really sorry, and thanks for sharing that.
That's all right.
The other thing is that it wouldn't be as hard for them as it would be for you because you've lived through it. You've lived through it, and that's that's really tough.
Yeah. It's I'm okay myself. I think about him every day, sort of thing. But my two other boys want me to take them down to the Heartbeat country again. I haven't been for a few years, but I'd like to go again.
Well, tell you what, why don't you try and keep in touch with Alan, and the next time we do the vehicle rally, hopefully with good luck and a following wind, I'll be down there. And you'll be able to introduce me to your lads. That'd be great.
Yeah, they love that. They've been down with my ex-partner and their new boyfriend last year. They went, but
okay.
I'd love to go down there again. But yeah, it's I'm a big fan of Heartbeat. I watch it every time the repeats come on TV and all that sort of thing.
Well, Darren, you need to get out more, mate.
Got a Sharon. Which one that was?
A Sharon.
Sharon's coming in. If I can, I'll just get an admitter into the room.
Yeah, that other viewer's gone because
I see that the numbers. Yeah, the numbers are gone.
Did Trish disappear again?
Yeah, she's trying to get it since. I think she's trying
to
put it on.
Someone's connecting to the audio on the other one as well now.
Yeah, Sharon, that is. I think Trish is trying to install it on her iPhone.
Was there any fallouts when you were filming?
Yes. Next question. Were there any fallouts? Not as many as you'd think, but yes, inevitably. I think somebody said before, it might have been Darren or I can't remember, who was saying that we were like a family. And like a family, we like each other most of the time, and the rest of the time, we don't like each other. And that's just the truth of it. But generally, a lot of the crew, as well as the actors, stayed for 18 years. Nobody left. And so what fallouts we did have, we got over. And generally it was incredibly happy, generally. But no, not all the time. But there was very little that people used to fall out over. You know, when you're trying to do the show and you're working for 12.5 hours a day, people get very tired and they get very grumpy. But further than that, it was Any more questions? Because I know I'll answer as many questions as I can now. So I know as soon as Trisha Penrose comes on, if she does, then I'm going to be deleted.
No, you're not. You're not, David. You're not.
Darren, I love you, mate, but you're talking out your bum. You know,
All
as soon as Trisha comes on, then I will not talk to you anymore, mate.
No, honestly, no. I love all the stars in Heartbeat. You know, all the actors and that, even the people who've passed away, sort of thing. How did you get on with Aunt Peggy in the series then?
Well, Aunt Peggy was I got on very well with her. It was such a shock having a woman fulfilling that role.
Yeah.
And it was what is weird is that in comedy, generally, women aren't always allowed to be funny, to play the comedy roles. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it took the writers, I think, some time to start working properly for her.
Yeah, because
Gwen and I got on very well. I'm assuming she was working until very recently, and she just works and works and works. She's a woman who she wouldn't let things go if they weren't right, and that's something I really appreciate. But Shannon, again, it's a whole different feel, a whole different feel to what it was. But yeah, no, I got on very well with that.
Yeah.
Hello, Sharon.
Hello.
Just say hello to Sharon. Hello, your face has popped up finally. So it's lovely to welcome to our circle of trust.
Thank you very much. It's nice to talk to you and eventually get through. Sorry.
Were you struggling with the now then, Sharon, where do you live?
I'm from the Forest of Dean in Gloucestershire.
Oh, you're Forest of Dean. Yeah, are those that picture behind you? Are those beach huts?
They are, yes. I'm trying to imagine I'm on the beach.
Oh, I wouldn't imagine that. Not today. Flipping it.
No.
You stay where you are.
Try to bring a bit of sunshine to this weather. So.
Oh yes, no, quite right too.
Yeah,
right.
Well, this weather's not very nice, even though it's gone dark now.
It has gone dark. Alan, do you want to choose somebody else for a?
What we got? Has everybody else? But yeah, I've got a question for you myself. Well,
then, and then I'll ask Sharon. Sharon, if you think of any questions, then I'll come back to you in a bit.
When you were driving that big army truck with, I think, Gina and I think it was.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Anyway, the way where you went into the lake.
Yes.
Yes. How did you find driving that? Was you actually driving it yourself, or was it a stand-in?
Right. My memory of that one is that I drove it. I remember definitely driving it, and I have a vague recollection it was a lot easier than I feared. Was it just a stand? I think it may just have been a standard car layout in that for some reason. I can't actually remember. But the only thing I definitely struggled driving, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, was the traction engine. That steam traction engine. Because, of course, they don't really have brakes as such, or if they do have a brake, they're not very. And that worried me. That was the only thing that really worried me. They tried to hide a driver on the traction engine with me, but they could see it. So that driver had to sort of like go off, and so I was left with that solo. But the two things I wasn't good at was the traction engine, and the other thing was a little Vespa, which I had to drive down Whitby Pier in an episode with mods. And for some reason, I must have been too nervous. I couldn't quite get the coordination right with the clutch and all that sort of stuff on the little Vespas. But further than that, driving was one of the pleasures there, because I find it quite easy and I find it very enjoyable. So that was always a pleasure. I do not remember if I drove the army truck into the lake myself or not. I do remember the shot when I popped out and realised that I'd done it, but whether I was taken across in a rubber dinghy or I have no idea.
Oh.
Did you enjoy filming in Whitby?
Did I enjoy what?
Filming in Whitby.
Yes. I know. I think Whitby's an extraordinary place. I love it. Extraordinary. We got to know it very, very well over the years. It was always a bit of, as the series progressed over the years, it became a little bit of a pain because it got so busy. But because I kid you not, in the first 7 or 8 series, between October and Easter, we had the village in Gothland pretty much to ourselves. Very, very few tourists or fans coming to watch. But as the show became more popular and people found out where we were filming it, it got more and more busy. And so I'm not saying that wasn't fun, it just altered the experience a bit. Sometimes when it was really busy, you felt a little bit like Mickey Mouse.
Trish phone.
Trish is still like that now.
What?
It's still like that now.
It's still not as busy as it was, but it was still quite busy, it has to be said.
Did you have a favourite part of Whitby?
A favourite part of Whitby? I love the old village, the old town.
Church Street.
Across the swing, Church Street, across the swing bridge. I have a particularly fond memories of certain fish and chip shops in Whitby. I really love Sands End.
It's live now. Be quiet. What is it? The heartbeat thing.
We're doing it.
Trish, shut your gob. We can hear you. It's live now. Keep quiet. You there, Trish?
Hi. Hello.
Hello. We can't see you.
That's probably a good thing.
Do join with video.
I don't know how to do that.
It should be on the bottom of your. You should have a little icon on the bottom of your screen saying "Join with video."
Boom! There she is.
You're on. You're on. Has she gone?
Yes, she's there. She's in the dark.
Hello.
Yeah. Right. If you talk, your face will pop up. There you are. Hello. There you go. That worked all right perfectly well. Right.
Hello.
Gentlemen, Alan, do you want to conduct this? Because I'm pretty sure that everybody wants to ask Trish a question now.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I tell you what, I'm bored of me, so I'm pretty sure they will be. So
no, you're not, Dave. You're all right. It's nice to speak to you, David.
I'm not going to leave. I'm just going to see what nonsense Trish comes out with.
All right, David.
Okay. We'll start on the left to right again, like we did before, starting with Bernie.
Sorry, just sorting out our tea, darling.
Quite all right. Quite all right. Hi, Trish. You okay?
Yeah, fine, thanks. How are you?
Not bad at all, thank you. Not bad at all. I was just wondering. Obviously, do you miss filming up in Gothland?
Yeah, I do. To be honest, I love Gothland. It's such a lovely place to be. It's like God's country, you know. I miss it really bad. It's a lovely place, and the people there, all the people who live there, they're such lovely people.
Yeah, I bet it is. I bet it is. So, are you busy filming now on something, a new project, or?
Well, I've been up for a great part today, and God, I hope I get it because it's amazing.
Oh, fingers crossed then.
It's a BBC One drama. It's a 5-parter, and I pray to God I get it. I swear to God, it's amazing.
Fingers crossed for you.
Pray for me, please.
I'd say my prayers, Trish, for you.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, lovely. How are you?
How are you getting on? I'm good. I'm relaxing this week because I'm off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm off school this week. Thank God.
Oh, God. How's it over there?
It's lashing rain. Hasn't stopped raining all day.
No, it's the same here. Bloody awful. I've been to London today. It's been peeing it down all day.
Oh my God, it's just terrible. But sure, hopefully it might get rid of COVID. The rain might get rid of it.
Hopefully, boss. Oh, it's so lovely to see you.
Yeah, it's so lovely to see you too. And I hope you get your part now. I really do, because
Oh, boss. I pray to God I get this part. It is amazing. I can't say too much, but the actor whose wife I'd be playing is a big star. Oh my God.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, I know. There's 5 other big actresses up for it, Scousers. It's set in Liverpool.
Oh, right.
So I pray to God. And, I did a good audition, I think. I did a really good audition, so...
When did you find out?
Well, they reckon in the next 6 days.
Yeah, Trisha.
You'll have to go to your local church. You'll have to go to the local church.
Oh, no.
They won't let her in there.
They won't let her in there.
Aye. What are you saying, David? Hey, Lonsdale. Hang on. My battery's going to go. Oh, shit. My battery's going. Hang on.
David.
Hello.
Sorry about that. My mum got a phone call from the doctor, and then if you saw her here...
Don't say anything personal about your mother.
No, she just basically got a call on the phone. It came up, and then... Yeah.
No worries. Don't worry.
Who has?
Hi, Trisha. How are you?
Who's got a phone call?
My mother did a minute ago, but it's fine now. I'm back. You've not met... Yeah, she's fine. You've not...
Well,
I don't think
I've lost a lovely friend today, my lovely Bobby Ball.
Yeah, I've heard.
Who I've done pantomime with for a lot of years, and I'm absolutely mortified that he's dead.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
It's terrible.
My mother loved him as well, I think.
Oh, he was lovely. Do you know what?
Was.
Bobby was so funny. All the pantos I've done with him, he made me laugh every single second in the dressing room. When he does his rock on, Tommy, rock on, Tommy. Oh, it's great.
Well, what was amazing about Bobby Ball is that he reinvented himself for not going out.
Yeah.
The Lee Mack thing, and he was brilliant on that as well. It was just an extraordinary career. And we were talking before he came on about his episode on Heartbeat when he was when he's playing a window cleaner. That's a long time ago, but he was. No, that's very sad news. I didn't know. Somebody's just told me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hi,
David, you look like you're in the red room there. It looks a bit red.
It's actually not as red in real life as it is on the screen, I have to say. But it looks like, look at that. Yeah, that's a shocking colour. It's not that bad, trust me. Who's got a question for Trish?
Yeah, Trisha, how would you get on if, have you ever had to audition where you have to disguise your accent? You've got a strong Liverpool accent. Have you ever had to audition for a part where it's like Yorkshire accent or something like that?
Say that again, Alan.
Have you ever had to disguise your accent? Like if you would you audition for someone from Yorkshire and have to have a Yorkshire accent?
Well, I have had to, Australian now and again, So that's about it, So I do a bit of Australian. And I actually do a little bit of Scottish as well. Like Lorraine Kelly.
Well, like me, because I'm from Scotland.
Oh, aye, definitely.
Hey, one from Scotland.
You don't sound Scottish at all.
I know. I moved when I was 2 years old, literally.
And what about the Dublin? I like Bart. I like Bart's tone.
You like my voice, don't you?
I love the way you speak. It's amazing. I wish I could speak like that.
Oh, I don't know. I talk differently at times. When I'm talking,
just check out.
I talk different.
Do you and Bart have some history?
Listen, David, I love Bart.
Yeah. I think Bart loves you as well. Should we? How long have you known Bart?
How long have I known you, Bart?
About 5 years, I suppose. 5 years? Yeah, about 5 years.
Yeah, about that, yeah.
Wow.
No.
There you go, stuff you don't know.
What we did was, we did a Heartbeat tour, and Bart came on there, and that's where we met.
No. And it was lovely. And it was
great.
It was a fabulous weekend, so it was, and really well done. Lovely.
Yeah.
Hi, Trish. How are you keeping?
Hiya. Who's
You're
this?
right. It's Darren from Lincolnshire.
Hiya, Darren.
How are we doing? All right.
Oh, never been better.
Good. What was it quite sad, awfully, when Mark Jordan left him when he got shot on his last film in A Heartbeat? You know,
Say that again.
I said when Mark Jordan as PC Bellamy, I've never understood why he didn't become a sergeant in the series in Heartbeat.
Okay, here we go. And for £2 the chase is on.
You know what? I can't hear. It's gone funny.
Were you sad when Mark left? And why didn't he become a sergeant?
In Heartbeat.
In Heartbeat.
Oh, when he left?
Yeah.
Well, I think because... Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that Stephen Ragg? Is that Stephen? Oh my God! Hello. Oh, you've gone.
He's back again.
Where you
Hi,
gone?
Trish. I don't know what I'm doing with this. It's technology, isn't it?
I don't know what the bloody hell I'm doing with this. I've lost everyone now. I've lost you.
I think I know why you've lost everyone. Have you pressed? Are you on a computer or an iPhone?
An iPhone?
Right. Yeah, this is a problem because I'm on the phone as well.
Yeah.
You have to scroll. You have to scroll across. There's
I can't see anyone.
You have to scroll across with your finger. Scroll across with your finger.
I can't see anyone.
I don't know
I
why.
can't see a bloody thing.
Can you scroll across the screen?
Have you got any more auditions coming up then, Trish?
Well, do you want to know a secret?
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm up for Doctor Who.
What?
Wow.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I know. I'm a little
What, as
bit
the actual
giddy because
Doctor?
I'm really excited because I'm up for some good parts today. Today I'm like, oh my God, I can't take any more. It's really good. It's
Is
getting
that
good.
is that going to be for the actual Doctor or for an assistant?
No. It's not for the Doctor. No, it's for an assistant. So I've never seen Doctor Who, but the script is good and it'd be a great part.
All in
But the two
monsters.
brilliant
All in
parts
monsters you'll have
today,
to fight.
and I'm excited.
All in monsters you'll have to fight.
Say again.
All in monsters you'll have to fight, like the Daleks and the Cybermen.
Well, do you know what? Who's speaking now? I can't see.
Deck.
Who?
Deck.
Deck.
Yeah. Yeah,
Not
Deck.
Declan Donnelly.
No.
I'm joking.
I was on the last Zoom chat.
I've never seen the show, so I've no idea what it's all about, but I'm sure I'll get to grips with it.
One thing to warn you about Doctor Who
is
don't terrify yourself because there is aliens and like loads of other like Daleks and stuff which could eat you.
Oh,
Hugh?
thanks for that.
Hugh, can I ask you a question, Hugh?
Yeah,
you
go
do
on.
know it's not real, don't you?
Yes, I do know that.
I'm just checking. We don't need to send security around or anything like that.
No.
No, I'm just checking.
Hi, Trisha. Was it hard filming awfully the death of baby Daniel in the series with you and Mark Jordan?
Oh, God, yeah, it was. Yeah, because I'd literally just given birth to my little son, Jake. So,
Yeah.
go back, I think it was about 3 or 4 weeks later.
Yeah, it must have been hard for both of you because I lost a son 9 years ago and he was only 3 weeks old when he passed away. So it sort
Oh,
of brought
sorry.
the memory.
Awful.
But it was very hard, and it must have been the hardest scene you've done in Heartbeat while she was on the program.
Yeah, it was difficult, but it was good.
Yeah.
Acting skills, it made it a little bit easier, to be fair.
Yeah.
When I'd given birth and I thought, my God, I couldn't even think about losing a child.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry about that for you.
Ah,
What's your
who?
name? What's your name? Darren?
Darren, yeah. People keep saying bring back Heartbeat, but you can't bring it. Like I had this conversation here, and Heartbeat won't be coming back because all the cast have sadly passed away, and it will never be the same like any TV drama or program.
No, Heartbeat will never be the same because literally all the characters were amazing.
Yeah,
They literally were.
they're unreplaceable. You know what I mean? You know, who was your best sergeant in the series of all the sergeants played the part in the series?
Go on, David. You answer this one.
Well, I'll answer this for Trish. Obviously, there's only one answer to that, and that is Derek Folds.
Yeah.
Because Derek was a classic.
He was
an
classic,
absolute classic. And no, Trish and Derek were incredibly close.
Yeah.
But he was sort of, if anybody thinks about the sergeant, if everybody remembers that far back,
I do, yeah.
Then Mr. Blaketon was it. Well, he was for me anyway. I'm sure he was for Trish as well.
Yeah, because I remember my favourite thing from Derek was when he was the sergeant. Green grass.
That's the one.
Yeah. And he really got angry at Greengrass, literally.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, true.
I actually watched an episode last night. It was about the one where you knocked at Greengrass's door with the ornaments, and they broke into pieces. There was some special ornaments they were selling, and Derek put them back together, and Greengrass smashed them in the post office in front of him.
Are you talking to me?
Oh, I'm talking to Ollie. Yeah, talking to everyone.
Yeah.
I just remember that. And I just thought it was. I just remember those days. They were very good, you know.
Because I tell you, mate, if you asked me which episode it was, when I was walking around Gotham with a bag full of smashed ornaments, that would narrow it down to about 40 or 50. It was really strange. People come up to you and they say, "Oh, do you remember the one when you got, when you fell in the water or you were doing a dot?" And it's like there's so many of them. I think Trish did 350. Trish, was it?
Wow. Oh yeah, about that. So can I just say, right? So Derek's passed away. So what we're doing is in Gothland on about the 17th of January, is we've got a bench with a plaque on.
Oh.
So David, listen to this. So if all the cast can come, we're going to do a little bit of a memorial thing with the bench, and so it's dedicated to Peter Benson, Bill Simons, and Derek. So Helen has sent this message to me. She said, "Can you please say it on the Zoom chat?" So we're going to do this. So if you're free, David, and any fans who want to come.
Yeah.
Who's organised that, Trish?
Helen, his girlfriend.
Oh, Helen. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, Helen. So she's got the bench with a plaque. So she said, if you do the Zoom chat, please mention it. Any fans or all the cast, whoever wants to come. So 17th of January, I think she said. So if anyone's available. There's no time yet.
Listen, I'm sure we'll put it on Facebook.
We'll put it on Facebook.
Yeah.
But it's a lovely thing to do. It's going to be placed outside the hotel where Derek stayed, the Mallee and Spout.
And Peter.
Say again.
And Peter. Obviously, that was Peter's stamping ground as well. They stayed there
exactly.
as well.
So Peter Benson, Bill Simons, and Derek. That's I tell you, it broke my heart when she messaged me. I was crying my eyes out. Yesterday she messaged me. She said, "Right, we've got a bench sorted, so I'm going to sort it out." So
that is lovely.
If anyone wants to come, to lay their bloody souls to rest, the gorgeous people.
They were lovely. They were really good actors.
I miss them so much, I do. And I still watch it because I just think, I miss them so much.
Yeah.
I do.
It was like a big family, Trish. It was a big family, really, wasn't it?
Yeah. Breaks my heart.
I know, Trish, you've probably been asked this several times before, but what was it like playing with, acting with Derek Folds?
Oh, just lovely. He was like my dad. I swear to God, he was so lovely to me. Just looked after me, and we just had some lovely times, and the outtakes and laughing about stuff, and we get the lines wrong and just laughing. I just love him. I miss him so much. I used to speak to him every single day of my life, and I miss him so much. I can't tell you. Breaks my heart.
He was a heart and soul of Heartbeat, wasn't he?
He was. I think, you know what? Darren, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was the heartbeat.
Yeah.
He
Was
was
that
the
why it
heart.
was called Heartbeat?
Yeah.
Trish,
Huh?
Trish, can you hear me now? It's Stephen.
Just about. Hang on.
That's Stephen Ragg, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, hi David. Can you hear
Yeah.
me?
If you get a bit nearer your microphone, mate.
Nearer, is that better?
I can
Yeah,
hear
speak
now.
up. She'll hear you. Speak up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
Can
hear.
You can hear me now, Trish, can you?
Yeah.
All right, how you doing? Long time no see.
Who's this?
Stephen.
Stephen Ragg.
Yeah.
Well, blow me down, baby.
How you doing?
Hey, are you going to come and see me in Little Voice next year?
Yeah.
On the tour?
Yeah. That's if we get rid of COVID, eh?
Oh, it'll be going on. Don't worry about COVID. Everything's going to be fine.
What are you playing lead in that?
I'm playing you know who.
No.
Who do you think I'm playing?
The gobby one.
Raimondo.
Very good. How you been then? All right?
I wish I could see you. Where are you?
I'm at home.
Oh, I can see you now. Hiya.
Yeah.
That means you can see all of us.
Oh my God, I can see everyone now. I just pressed the button. Everything's come, like, I can see. Who's that?
Me. It's Hugh.
Bloody hell.
No, you've gone now, are you back?
Now I can see you, I think. Yeah. So, Steve, how are you?
Yeah, all right now, yeah. Been a bit up and down and this, that and the other with one thing and another, as you know. I messaged you about, but we're getting there in the end.
Yeah.
It's not been easy for you either, I know that, but we're getting there, kid, aren't we?
We're getting there. We'll get through this.
Yeah.
We'll all get through this.
Yeah, and I'll pop over and see you again.
Have you still got me leather jacket?
Of course I have. It's only the other day. It's only the other day. Gwen said to me, "What are we doing with these?" I said, "I'm going to take them back to Trish." I said, "I've only been telling her for 3 years."
Bloody hell!
They don't fit me, Trish. So they're no good to me.
No, there's no good to you, love.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nice to see you, Steve.
Yeah, it's nice to see you as well and hear from you. Lovely. I'm glad you're all right.
Trish?
Just about, yeah.
Trish, there's a lady called Sharon who I don't think said anything yet. Sharon, you're the only lady. Why don't you barge in and ask a question?
Can I ask a real different kind of question? Can I just actually ask about the dogs?
Oh, for me, this is, yeah.
Yeah, please. Where your lovely dogs come from, like Deefer?
Right. I'll answer this one question. We had 3 Alfreds.
Oh, right,
and,
okay.
And every time they started getting a bit old or whingy, then we got a new one. And nobody seemed to notice.
Oh.
But
I think I did kind of notice.
Unfortunately, then we got Deefer. Now, unfortunately, I heard from Arthur, who owned the truck, a couple of years back that he said that Deefer had died. So unfortunately, they've gone. But there was a lady there who trained them all, and she looked after them all as well. So they were lovely. They were a big part. Derek was the beating heart of Heartbeat, but the dogs came a close second. Everybody loved them as well. But they were beautiful, but they've all gone now, unfortunately.
Oh, bless.
That was sad. That was sad.
Yeah.
Have you got a question? Got a question for Trish?
Hi, Trish.
Hi. You okay?
How are you? Are you okay?
I'm fine, thank you, Sharon. Is it Sharon?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Yes, I'm good, thank you. Yes, we love. Well, we haven't obviously been up recently, but as a family, we come up to Yorkshire and go in the Aidensfield Arms and have a drink. So yeah, huge fans of Heartbeat. Yeah, Yeah, love it.
It's good, isn't it? You know, I think back, Sharon, to all the guest stars we've had, you know, really famous people, to be fair, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've got to say, everyone's going to laugh at this, but Gary Barlow was my favourite because I love Take That. I love Take That. And I was so starstruck. But, you know, we've had great people, you know.
Yeah.
Murray Head.
Who?
Murray Head.
Murray Head.
Well, you know, today someone texted me and said, "Oh, you're on telly with Murray Head." Oh, he's playing my fella. And he did One Night in Bangkok.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that was your big nude scene, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, I did a nude scene with.
Yeah.
With him.
He was an artist, weren't he? Yeah.
Yeah, he was, and he painted Gina naked. Yeah. Oh my God, it's terrible. No, it's quite funny. It's quite funny. No.
I of course had a nude scene as well. David
did
was.
You? Oh yeah, yes, you did.
I was in the bath, and David was in the bath, and I had a rubber duck covering me bits, as I remember that.
Yeah,
marvelous scene, marvelous. Strangely, they cancelled the series shortly after that.
Was it a duck or a duckling, David?
Thank you very much. Thank you. Not any of that rudeness.
Trisha, are you still a Merseyside bird?
Are you talking to me or Trish?
Trish.
You are?
Are you still a Merseyside bird?
Am I Merseyside bird?
Yeah. Do you still live in Merseyside, or have you moved?
No, she lives in Cheshire. She got posh.
Darling,
right.
Darling, I'm in Cheshire now, darling. I'm joining the Real Housewives of Cheshire.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a shite.
Cheshire cat, huh?
No, I'm in Cheshire.
A Cheshire lass.
I'm a Cheshire lass, love, but I still sound scouse. I don't fit in round these places. Oh, I'm gone. My mate's ringing me. How do I get this off? Decline.
Anyway, I've got to go in a minute because I've had a call for my dinner, so I don't want to upset the wife.
Well, listen, Alan, don't you dare go for your bleeding dinner. I'm
going with Matty as well.
I can leave you all to it,
right,
and just leave it running. And
listen,
I won't leave.
I need a Chinese right now. That's all I need.
I've got a question for you, Trish.
Go on.
This has been on my chest for since the whole meeting. So, first of all, one of my favourite things I love to say now is you remember all the bikers on the bikes? You know, like Jason Durr and all them.
Oh, yeah.
My favourite number has to be Control to Delta Alpha 24. Literally, everything I use is Delta Alpha 24.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Was that Nick Berry's call sign?
That was everyone's call sign.
Everyone's
Jason's.
Call sign. All right.
Control to Alpha 24. Are you reading me?
Yeah.
Are you reading me?
Oh, yeah.
Alan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Can we say thank you for organising this?
Yeah, fine. Yeah.
That was a great pleasure, and we won't keep you from your tea. And should we?
Well, I'm having a Chinese now. I've just ordered sweet and sour chicken, fried rice, and I've ordered.
Come over to Cheshire.
She's always been a great cook, as Trish.
I've ordered Chinese.
Yeah, excellent, good.
Sour chicken.
So I'm going to go now, Trish. So you let me know, right? You lot just talk amongst yourselves.
I'm going. Trish, I'm hungry.
But let me know about the bench thing, yeah. And
yes, I will.
I'm going to go now, guys. Really nice talking to you all.
David. Thanks,
Bye, David. Thanks for joining.
Till soon, Trish. Bye.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
God bless.
Thanks, guys.
See you later.
Yeah, Trisha, are you still there?
Trish is gone.
Trish is gone as well. Okay, then we'll
thank you.
Wrap the meeting
Thanks,
up.
Alan.
Wrap the meeting up there, and thanks everybody for joining.
Thanks, Alan, for everything. It was lovely.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll end it there, and I'll catch you all online sometime.
Perfect.
Let us know when the next one is. Let us know when the next one is, Alan.
Yeah, there might be one again next year. We'll just have to see how it goes. it's getting everybody to join because they're all quite busy now, a lot of the actors. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Okay.
Okay. Goodbye.
Bye then.
Have
Bye.
a good evening.
And you.
Bye. 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 Bye.
Bye.